Well, good evening, everyone. Good to be in your companies on this, the 13th day of September. Really excited about the opportunity. This is Phenomenal Leadership, and I'm your friend, Bishop elect Edlin Scott. Good to be with you tonight. Good to be with you tonight. I want you to reach out to somebody, reach out to one of your friends, let them know that I'm live and got an absolutely beautiful program for you tonight. What we're going to be talking about tonight is what your leader expects from you. You know, a lot of my conversation is about how to be a good leader. But is there an expectation that your leader is looking for in you? We're going to talk a little bit about that tonight. And so it's really going to be a good program. So I want you to go ahead and reach out to as many persons as you can. Let them know that I'm live and I got an absolutely beautiful program for you today. I'm really excited about what God is doing in our life. Actually, yesterday was Apostle's birthday. Yes, Apostle Wallace celebrated his birthday on yesterday. Really had a good time. Sunday was the pre-birthday celebration. Yesterday was the actual birthday celebration, and so big shout out to Apostle Wallace and birthday greetings from Phenomenal Leadership and all of you. So find a ways. If you've not done it, you need to reach out to him and say hello to him as he celebrated his birthday. Also, our 40th annual Founders Week celebration begins in just a couple of weeks. Actually, on the 3rd of October, begins our 40th annual Founders Week celebration. There's the theme. No matter what happens, the Lord will be magnified. In other words, Claudette, no matter what you're going through, no matter what the devil throws at you, I'm giving God praise. I'm giving God praise. And so really looking forward to a really exciting time in the next couple of weeks as we celebrate our Founders Week celebration with the nation's chief apostle, Apostle Leon Wallace at the Helm. In fact, he's been the pastor for the past 40 years. He's been the person that established the ministry 40 years ago. And so we really big things are going on. Big things is going to be happening this coming October, kick off the month of October. So looking forward to those of you that can share in the celebration to really come on out and be a part of it. All right. Want you to join me again on Thursday. Thursday at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, we're live at Thursday at 9 o'clock with another session of Phenomenal Leadership. Then Saturday morning. Then Sunday morning. Listen, I'm really excited about this weekend. I don't know, I was thinking about it yesterday. I said, Lord, I'm really excited about this weekend. I just feel a revival spirit hitting me, because we're getting ready to head out the end of this year. And so usually there's something that we do at our church in Nassau called Ending Strong. And I feel that Ending Strong anointing upon me. No weapon that is formed against us is going to prosper. No weapon formed against us is going to prosper. And so I feel that Ending Strong revival spirit upon me. We've been having some absolutely beautiful services. If you have not watched them, you go over to YouTube and Edlin Scott's page and watch some of the Sunday morning services, at least the past 3 Sunday mornings, and see what God has been doing in the service. And I believe some great things is on the horizon. We've been dealing with the 90-day turnaround. It's really has been epic, and really thank God so much for it. All right, let's get into the night's teaching. Not going to be before you long, but I'm just going to get through a couple of little points that I want you to be made aware of. So I want to say a big shout out to everyone that's watching tonight. Charles, good to have you joining us. Telsey, good to have you joining us. Claudia, good to have you joining us. I don't know which one of the platforms you're watching from, but whichever platform you're watching me from tonight, really good to have you in our company. So, what your leader expects of you. What your leader expects of you. Now, the reality is, some of us have some good leaders. The reality is, some of us have some good leaders. We sit under some very good leaders. But what is expected of me? What is it that the leader expects to see, or what is it that they're looking for in me? John Maxwell says everything rises and falls on leadership. So leadership is the solution, and then sometimes leadership can be in the way and they can become the problem. But every leader, whether it's a good leader or a bad leader, there's some things that are expected. The average perception is we're waiting to hear what the leader says, and that's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. But sometimes people don't move until they hear something from leadership. So is it that you be dormant? Is it that you just almost like a chess game? So you put the pawns wherever you want to put them, the players, you put them wherever you want to play them, on until you move them, they don't do anything. Is that what leaders look for? Is that leaders look for you to just be standing in place, and when it's time to be utilized, they just activate you? What is it that your leader expects from you? One of the things that leadership expects from you is for you to be involved. Your involvement, there's not very much, or there's very little a leader can do without the involvement of the people. I said it before and I'll say it again. If you have a dream, if you have a vision, if you have an assignment that you don't need nobody's help with, it's either that you, Donna, is aiming too slow, or your dream is just too small. If your entire show could be run by you more than likely got a small business. But if there are other people involved in it, then that's a whole lot bigger. Leaders are able to work through people. Leaders are able to work through people. So we look for people that we can work through. We try to identify people that we can work through. Leaders know when to delegate, and so you have to have people to delegate to that want to be involved. Because you can have a great idea, but if you delegate it to somebody that doesn't want to be involved, then it almost dies right there. Because when you delegate, you move away because you expect them to do, because you don't want to micromanage. You move away to see what they're going to do and allow them to do. But like the story of the talents, where the Lord gives out talents to different ones. He gave one 5, 3, and give one 1. And the one with the 1 did nothing with it. So leaders expect involvement. Leaders expect involvement. When Jesus reached out to the crowd and says, "What do you have to eat?" They said, 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. And so he said, "Bring it to me." They brought it to him. He blessed it, and he gave it to his disciples and said, "Distribute it." Leaders look for people that are willing to be involved. There's nobody in your life, Donna, that is there neutrally, meaning they ain't helping you go forward and they're not helping you go backwards. No. Everybody in your life, either they're helping you go forward or they're pushing you backwards. And so we look, or we try to identify involvement. We try to identify involvement. So we want to see people who are willing to get involved. Let's become a part of it. There's a Bahamian saying that if you can't fishing If you're on a boat, you can't fish it. You can't catch, you can't get bait. You can't do nothing on the boat. Then you don't need to be on the boat. You're just an extra body on the boat. So you got to be involved. You got to be involved. The next thing that leaders look for or expect of you is generate ideas. Let me tell you who is a gem. Let me tell you who is a gem. Who is a rare find for a leader. Someone that's innovative. Someone that's creative. That's a rare find for a leader, but that's an absolute asset to the team. When you find people that are innovative, just find way to get things done. You give them an assignment, they just do it with excellence, just do it a different kind of way, but gets the job done. It's just a rare find. It's just a rare find. And so when you find people that are already moving, already active, thinkers, it kind of helps. It kind of helps because in a lot of cases, if a leader brings something to the table, a good leader don't bring it to the table made in stone, where this idea that I have, it has to go this way or no other way. It is thrown out to the team, and the team dissects it. The team see how probable it is, how possible it is, how functional it is, how workable it is, and they go straight down the line of the whole thing. And do you know something? Some of the greatest ideas started out very small, but when given to an innovative and a creative team, they just exploded and they just blow it up. Case in point, Juanita Bynum has a series called No More Sheets, and that started as a sermon, and then that blew up into a whole lot of things. I think T.D. Jakes had something called Woman Thou Art Loose. Started as a sermon, and then it blew up, and it blew up, and it just blew up because of innovation and creativity. A lot of things. I was just looking at something. I like sci-fi, so I was watching the Sci-Fi Channel, and I saw what's the name? Harry Potter came on, and so I was concerned about it. So I Googled it to see how many episodes and what's happening. He was a boy, and what's happening in his life now. And I found out that not only is Harry Potter a movie, but Harry Potter stemmed from a book. So that's having an idea, presenting an idea is presented, and creative and innovative people turn the idea into a whole lot of other things. A couple of years ago, there was a slogan called "Don't Worry, Be Happy." And so it's a song, it was t-shirts, it was on mugs and different things, and so it just went up. So a leader may introduce the idea, but innovative and creative people blows the idea up or maximize it, brings it to its fullest potential. Because a leader may only have one perception, or one may not be able to see all four sides of it. They may only be able to see one side of it. But involving the entire team, you get to see all the sides of it. I am always of the opinion that what my line staff experience never ever gets up to my office. It never ever gets up to my office. The pain that they experience on the front line may never even get up to the office. Do you know the soldiers in the field will get killed quicker than the general in the office? And so the perception of the soldiers out there in the field has to be taken into consideration. So a leader, number one, expects you to get involved. A leader expects you to get involved. Now, you cannot get involved if the leader holds all the power to himself. The leader must empower you so that you can get a little busy. And so the leader expects you to get involved. Telsey, he expects you to get involved. The leader also expects you to generate ideas. Generate ideas. So I went to church on Sunday, and we have somebody, it's the worship leader, and they kind of planned the service. And so I stepped in, and they said to me what the service schedule was. So I just said, tell me how it's going to happen. And I saw they was being a little reluctant, but I just wanted to know how they were going to fit it in. And so a leader must create an environment where there's flexibility in their leadership, where they're open to hear, Pastor, I don't feel like this could work. And don't be offended by hearing why that person thinks that it's not going to work. So a leader expects to hear from you. A leader expects to hear from you. Not only does the leader want to hear why it didn't work or why you think it didn't work, because sometimes you only hear from it when, how come it didn't work? How come it failed? No. Not only then, maybe other times that leaders need to hear. So leaders are looking for people to generate ideas, Telsey. Need some ideas. Generate some ideas. You ever was in a room or in a meeting, and then the person chairing the meeting say, anybody have anything to say? And you scan the whole room and see like nobody have anything to say. So just before you close out that session of Q&A, someone holds up their hand and says, I have something to say. And they share something. And then the whole room ignites, and then seem like everyone have something to say based on what that person say. Great ideas sparks other ideas. And so that's why you can't shut them down. You got to open them up. So, number one, I'm looking for people to get involved. Number two, looking for some great people with great ideas. Sometimes people are afraid to say their ideas because they feel like you're going to say, oh, that's a dumb idea. Or that's a dumb question. There is no such thing as a dumb idea or a dumb question. Now, there is, I don't understand, but there's no such thing as a dumb question or a dumb idea. All right? The next thing leaders are looking for is collaboration. Good leaders look for collaboration. What is collaboration? Talk. Good leaders are looking for talk, for conversation. I want to know how you think Morning Glory went Sunday. I want to know how you thought the teachings went last week. I want to know what you thought about what we're going to do today. Collaboration. As you collaborate, you put ideas out there. You ignite conversation. And so it could go on and on and on. Listen, sometimes, well, I like food, so let me just say that. I like food. And sometimes I wonder how in the world they found out all of these things could eat. They're good, you could eat them. Because of talk. Someone said you could fry the conch. Oh, I fried a conch. And the next one said, boy, I only used to boil them, I never used to fry them. And then someone else says, oh, you can put it in flour and you can make a fritter. Wow. Okay. Someone said you can have it with brown stew on some rice. And it comes from collaboration, comes from talking. The more if you may be at a dead end. You may be at a dead end. And in talking, and I find this a lot. I find this a lot. There is somebody that I can go to. I don't care how I think. I've explored every avenue of the thing. If I go to Kimberly and I say, Kimberly, this is what I'm doing. And I figured I already explored every side of that. Kimberly will find a way to show me a different side of that or show me it from a different angle, and she'll take that whole idea. And if I think there's only 10 ways I could do it, I'm sure Kimberly will find another 10. So, and that comes about from collaboration. So, when you think that your event is, you have it together, talk to your team. So, leader is looking to find out, did I really have it? Did I really troubleshoot it? Did I really get all the ins and out? So leaders are looking for people who are willing to collaborate. Just be able to share. The next thing leaders are looking for is people who are willing to take the initiative and do things. The reality is, and this is all of our reality, the reality is you don't know what kind of problems you're going to face with the project. You don't know. You may set a budget, but you don't know whether it's going to go over budget or stay under budget. A lot of things you don't know. Sister Telsey plans morning glory service for Sundays. And she could plan it out. And things can always work in your head. Things always work in your head. You always have things work right out in your head. Because in your mind, you could adjust to any situation. But in reality, when you play that out play by play, when you play it out in real time, a lot of things can happen. And because a lot of things can happen and the uncertainty of things happen, a lot of people is reluctant to take the initiative to do things because of that fear or that unknowing or entering into that dark room. But leaders are looking for people, Telsey, that's not afraid of the dark room. Leaders are looking for people that's not afraid to not know what's around it. Because you're not gonna always have a perfect. You're not gonna always have a perfect playing ground. You're not gonna always have a level playing ground. But people that are willing to be involved, people who are innovators and have that creative minds, and people who are talkers. They're not afraid to take that challenge. They're not afraid to take that challenge. And so leaders are looking for people who are willing. Some initiators. I love that by the time as I get there, if I'm thinking about service by Wednesday, I love the fact that someone called me on Monday and say, I have an idea for Sunday. I have an idea for Sunday. What you think about this? How do you feel about that? How do you feel about the other thing? So Sunday, they switched up and they had usually I go from the praise team right on to the message. So they said, no, Sunday we're gonna have a scripture reading, then we're gonna have a song, and then the message. And so it didn't throw me off balance. I love how it felt. I just love how it felt. I was able to flow with how it felt. But you only get what you keep getting because you keep doing what you keep doing. You understand that? See, sometimes we are so accustomed to doing it a certain way that we feel every other way is wrong when it's not necessarily wrong. Being free moral agent as Christians means that we have the freedom to do whatever we so desire. And so if God doesn't lock us into it, man shouldn't lock us into it. We should be able. The Bible said, he that winneth the soul is wise. So there is a level of wisdom. Not every soul is going, not winning every soul is going to be as simple as walking up to them and says, hi, my name is Pastor Scott. Do you know Jesus? That is not the only way you can win a soul. Hi, do you know Jesus? Do you know he died for your sins? That's not going to be the only way. And so if you structure your conversation around that method only, when someone says something different, you don't know you don't know what to come up with. Yes, I know Jesus. Yes, I know he died for me. Now what you have to say. But your entire game plan is structured around them saying, no, I don't know Jesus. And so you don't know what to do. So leaders look for people who are not afraid to take that initiative and to step out into that dark room. How do you grow? How do you grow? You grow when you are willing to step out into that dark room. You have not grown if you keep doing what you always do. You grow when you start doing what you have not done before. Captain Kirk became the great explorer that he was because he, like they say, boldly go where no man has gone before. And I told you I like sci-fi. So as I watch Captain Kirk, I don't know what to say about Captain Kirk and Spock and the rest of them fellas. Because they will hear a song in the corner, right? They've never been on the planet before. But they go walking right in that corner where they hear the song is as if they knew what was around the corner. They were fearless. They were fearless. David walks over to Goliath because he knew it was God. And so he was fearless. So leaders are looking for some people that's not afraid to walk into the dark room. Take up that initiative. Final point. Leaders are looking for people that wants to develop them. Leaders are looking for people that want to develop them. Do you want, all of my friends who watch me, would you like to see me be a better teacher, preacher? As much as I want to cultivate you, do you want to see me cultivated? What's in your head is what you do. What the things that you do, the things that you see me accomplish. What's in my heart? What's in my heart? What am I dreaming about? It's what I'm dreaming about. You know what I'm dreaming about? I really want to be a better person. I really want to be a better person. I want to be remembered as someone that really cares about people. Yeah. Claudette, I want to be remembered as someone who cares about people. For God so loved the world, or let's put it like this, for God cared so much about the world that he gave his only begotten son. I want to be remembered. I don't want to be remembered as a fire and brimstone preacher. I don't want to be remembered as someone who shadow healed people. I want to be remembered as somebody that had a heart for people. And that's my practice every day. That's my practice every day. If I can help somebody, it's my practice every day. So, leaders are looking for people that want to see them develop. As you are developed, they are developed. Because here's the thing. If you are developed and I am not developed, you're going to outgrow me. But if you value what I give you, you're praying, Lord, just keep a spirit of prayer upon pastor. Lord, keep a spirit of fasting upon pastor. Lord, keep a spirit of getting in your word upon pastor. Help him to seek the wisdom of God. Because we are looking for people. We are looking for people that want to lead us develop. I'm tired of mediocrity. I'm tired of the basic. I'm looking for extraordinary, man. I'm looking for extraordinary. And so, in order to do extraordinary things, you gotta search out. You gotta search out and start preparing yourself to do extraordinary things. It's not gonna come just like that. You gotta prepare yourself to do extraordinary things. So, as we're wrapping up, what your leader expects from you. Number one, tell C, I want you to be involved. I want your hand dirty in every single thing. I'm looking for someone who's not afraid to get their hand dirty. See, if Saul was only looking among his soldiers, he wasn't looking outside to David kind. Everybody that's a part of my life, that's a part of my life can do extraordinary things. Hey, I have a bunch of extraordinary people watching me tonight. Yeah, I mean you. You are extraordinary. You know I know you're extraordinary because you find this program tonight. You're an extraordinary person. So, because Saul was only looking for involvement right around him, he couldn't see David as being qualified to do what needed to have been done. But I know that God placed you in my life because you can do extraordinary things. So, what am I looking for right now? Get involved. For you to get more involved. I need them great ideas. You can inbox me, Pastor, would this help you? What you think about this idea? Do you know some of the greatest singers that y'all listen to every day didn't write those songs that made them famous? They didn't write them songs. Most of them didn't write all them songs that made them famous. They had them people in their life with them great ideas. Hey, I'm looking for those people with them great ideas, those innovators and those creative people. Let's talk. You know, let's talk. Listen, a friend of mine wasn't working now for 2 weeks or going into 3 weeks. I just find out the day I'm working and we could have been talking and iron sharpening iron. I was a little upset with them, but anyhow, we made up. But we could talk, collaborate, talk. I like to open my life. My wife says she have an open policy office. Open policy. Yeah. I'm a pastor with an open policy. Yeah, open policy. Reach out, we could talk. Give me some ideas. I've not done everything and I can't do everything. But you may have done it. And so your mentoring, your wisdom can help me so that I don't have to go through all the struggles. All right? So, initiative. And then we're looking for people that as they grow, they desire to see us grow. I was just looking at my backdrops and things. I said, Lord, next year I have to change these up and freshen these up because, they got, I had them around for 2 years, so they got a little beat up. And so it's about making it better. All right? So there is an expectation. As much as you're looking to leadership for directions and navigations and nurturing and everything else leaders does, there are some things that leaders are looking to you for. All right? Thank you so much for joining us tonight. This has been Phenomenal Leadership. Thank you, all of you that are watching us, everyone that came in on the conversation. Good to have you all here. I'm Bishop-elect Edlin Scott, and this has been Phenomenal Leadership. Join me on Thursday night. Thursday night, let's hear what the teaching's going to be. Saturday morning at 8 o'clock, get your start on and be with us. Sunday morning, it's an in-person service. Can be my very special guest at Voice of Deliverance. Sunday mornings at 7 a.m. Saturday morning, it's a virtual service. You can be a part of that. Well, thank you. God bless you. You all have an absolutely beautiful night. Donna, Wagwan, Telsi, love you. God bless you. Every one of you, have a good evening.